to the jury that the statements of attorneys are not evidence. Their questions are not evidence, only the answers are evidence. Moreover, whenever given the opportunity, I struck such statements. For example, in the New Orleans interrogation of Mr. Durst. But I did not strike such statements when the defense stipulated to their admission. In any event, not only is this argument waived by the stipulations, but it's also cured by the instructions I gave, and harmless due to the overwhelming evidence. It's unaffected by these concerns. And it's not vouching. Mr. Lewin's preparation and presentation were unique and unprecedented, but always lawful and ethical, and in some, commendable. The motion for a new trial is denied. Is there any other legal cause why judgment should not be pronounced?
No, Your Honor.
Do people wish to present statements from Susan Berman's family?
Yes, Your Honor. There's 4 total, and the first speaker will be Denny Marcus, Denimarcus.
All right, thank you. Denny Marcus may come forward. Now I'm going to welcome your words. Denny Marcus may come forward. Good afternoon, Ms. Marcus, and she's accompanied by?
My son, Tommy Marcus.
All right, Ms. Marcus, good afternoon. I'm glad that you could be here today. And I want you to know, there are some ground rules. And this is a time for you to address me about what happened and how this may have affected you. This is not an opportunity for you to speak to Mr. Durst. Please direct your comments to me and not to the defendant, Mr. Durst, if you will. You may proceed.
Where do I begin? I was robbed, my beautiful son was robbed of an absolutely extraordinary, unforgettable, brilliant person whose life was savagely taken from her at 55 when she had many years ahead. And she and I discussed, she was much more like a sister. She lived with my family. She was orphaned at 13. And I didn't even know she wasn't my sister until I was 6. And my parents explained that she went to boarding school because she was under the guardianship of other people and she would spend all the holidays with us. But she was unforgettable. She took me on madcap adventures. All of my friends and close ones knew her as her alter ego, Auntie Mame. And she had so much love, and she was so valuable. Her value as a human being is just priceless. And the fact that we were all robbed of the additional 30 or 40 years that she definitely had left to do some things, and she was a loyal, fabulous friend. And that, and at the end of her life, as the regressions and the memories came up, the phobias got a little more pronounced, but God bless her, she used them. She used them in her manuscripts and in her pitch meetings, and she kept trying, and she never gave up, even when life became quite dire. And she lost all of her money, and people that she loved and trusted and gave her money to were nowhere to be found. The last 7 years, we spoke mostly every day. And she, even during that time when I had my challenges of being a single mother to this fabulous person right here, she was always so supportive and wonderful. She would make my gray days a lot less gray. And toward the end, the roles reversed, and it was my pleasure to talk her down off the ledge when it became really necessary. And I felt it, and she felt the transition. We thanked each other every day. We ended every conversation from the time I was 0 to 42 with "I love you." And she was just so valuable and fabulous, and such a loss to so many people, and she's undeniably unforgettable. And always will be. I think about her every day, miss her every day. I still speak to her. And when I have had challenges over the years, wonderful and being a single mother is hard. I always go to, what would Sissy tell me to focus on? How would she help me pull myself up and out? And it always came through. I always remembered. Elephants get their memory from me. And I remember practically everything every conversation we've ever had. And I love her, and I will continue to love her with every breath. And Tommy, we come from a very colorful family, and the book she wrote as a love letter to our colorful family, easy to read, it's a very easy to read, it's still on Amazon. And her narrative and the way that she wrote and the way that she spoke and her articulation, and if you look on YouTube, you can see some of the interviews she did about Las Vegas. She did love letters to Las Vegas and her surroundings. She had Liberace's belt from her birthday party where he sang. She had a very colorful life, and she shared it with me. I've shared it with this guy here. This guy here never, he lost her at 4, but she always told him she was his Aunt Susie, and she was prideful about it. And she always entered the room boisterously and loudly with that wonderful high-pitched voice and her beautiful signature look with the shiny black hair and the bangs and the black eyeshadow and lipstick. I can